guys, it's ShiningPolaris. Feels like it's been a while since I did a video, even though I try to do one once a week. But yeah, so and then another late video, but whatever. I just want to just rant. Let's see. So obviously, episode of AEW Dynamite. It was the New Year's Smash Part 2. And again, another great episode. Aren't they all great? But yeah. So this week is also leading up to Impact's Hard to Kill pay-per-view, which is on Saturday. And I will be watching that after work because, you know, bad luck. I usually work till 8 on Saturday. This time I worked till 1. So it's great. So anyhow, quickly go through, you know, the matches and whatever and my thoughts on them. So first match of the night was Eddie Kingston versus Pock, and of course this was one of the, you know, big feuds going on, and we waited a long time to see both of them go at each other. What I really liked was right after Eddie Kingston came out, Pock came out, and he just immediately comes and drop kicks Eddie Kingston. And I don't know why, that was just really funny and a great way to start that match. Pac looked extremely strong. He beat up Eddie for like most of this match. And of course you have, on Eddie's side, you had his family, which is Butcher, Blade, and Bunny. And then Pac's side, you have the Lucha Bros. So there was a part, you know, that, there was a part where Pac was out of the ring and you have Bunny, you know, put her nails right into his, face. And that almost got Eddie to win right there, but you already know Pac is one of the top guys in the promotion, and of course he's gonna look really strong. So so at the end, you know, he went and did his Black Arrow move and hit Eddie Kingston with that, and of course Pac won immediately. Oh yeah, then after that he went and did the Brutalizer onto Eddie because he is still so mad at him. Butcher and Blade came out to try to attack Pac, but of course Pac, he had Lucha Bros, so they're all kind of like looking at each other. And then Lance Archer comes out to save the day. Not really, just came out and scared off the whole family. And he just really quickly, wasn't out there that long. He looks at Pac and he's like, we better be on the same page or something like that. So even the commentators were like, is this going to be their alliance, or they're just going to just split up right here? I don't know. They maybe, I'm not sure what's going on with that direction. And again, I like Lance so much, but I think they just don't really know what to do with him right now. But if he does something with Pac, I think that'll be great. So, at the moment, I think, like I said, I'm not really sure what's going on there because, I mean, they both still hate Eddie Kingston. And I don't know why would they go against each other. Why would they really not like each other but anyway, I don't know. To me, I think Lance should just be like the lone wolf. I mean, I personally would rather have seen Pac that way too, but I do like Death Triangle. So anyhow, that's just my quick thoughts on that. The next was, my favorite match of the night. Not really. It was Chuck Taylor versus Miro. And of course, you already know my thoughts on this whole thing. And hopefully this feud is going to end very soon. But maybe, you know, this weird young boy Butler angle, we're going to have to just see where that goes. But so, of course, if Chuck loses this match, which he obviously will, Miro, he will have to be Miro's butler until Kip and Penelope's wedding. So this whole match lasted maybe about 5 minutes. You know, both sides, they have their party. So you have, you know, Kip and Penelope on one side, Orange Cassidy on the other. Again, just like with the last match, I thought it was funny that, like, straight away as Miro was posing, Chuck Taylor went and like just hit him immediately, and he did he did some offense, and the best part of the match, in my opinion, would have to be when Kip hits Orange Cassidy on the side. Obviously, Chuck saw that, and as Kip turns around, Chuck just mule kicks him in the face. I don't know, it's just like, bam, like it knocks him down. I just thought that was hilarious. That was like the best part of the match. Like I said, this is like a squash match, so in 5 minutes, this whole thing was over. Miro hit Chuck with the game over move, and Chuck tapped out. So as Miro was dragging Chuck to up the ramp, and you just see Orange Cassidy get in the ring, just looks angry at Miro, like, So we will see where will that go. So hopefully, kind of like the parking lot brawl. I'm not saying it's going to be at that level, but hopefully when this all ends on that beach break special episode, that this will that when their wedding comes, it's going to end in a spectacular fashion. So, all right, next segment was Private Party and Matt Hardy. And you know what? I really enjoy Matt Hardy's new character being this very obnoxious, like, manager of a person. So yeah, it was just a skit about how Private Parties get mad because they signed the contract, but, you know, they had to pay Matt 30% of what they make, plus whatever their money that they make from Cameo and Twitch or whatever. And the whole time, you know, Matt, he does not care. He's like, that is your fault. You didn't read the fine print. You know, that he's like, money shouldn't be a problem because you guys are going to be kings and blah, blah, blah. And you can see Private Party was like, no, man, you're basically saying you're being the dick. What did they say? You're like a money grabbing carny. And then Matt Hardy's like, no, how dare you disrespect me? And then he just walks off. So we're obviously going to see them butt heads eventually. But in the meantime, I'm enjoying this really obnoxious Matt Hardy character. So that is good. The next segment I actually enjoyed a lot. That was Inner Circle's resolution thingy, whatever. So you have the whole Inner Circle came out, and, you know, Chris Jericho's like, okay, you know, new year, new us. What is everybody's resolutions? And it was hilarious because Jake Hager just comes out. He's like, championships, you know, like the doofus he is. So that was really funny. Of course, it was Jericho said he wanted to be like the next tag champs. You know, then Sammy just didn't like that at all, and he was like, "Wait, who are you tagging with? You tag with each one of us. Like you're a tag team slut." That used to be on a shirt, but so that was really funny. So So at the end of this, we're basically, for next week episode, we're going to have, you know, the three-way tag match, which was Santana Ortiz, Sammy and Hager, and Jericho and MJF. Now, from this thing, obviously, this is just my thoughts, is eventually Inner Circle's going to break up, but in this process, you're finally going to push Santana Ortiz to be a real, you know, contender for the world championships because they are a very, very good tag team. They're obviously going to win that three-way, and then I can already see they're going to start pushing Sammy to maybe becoming face because he's just like against everything that's going on right now. And of course, you know, you got MJF already, the goat that he is just going to eventually break up the Inner Circle, whatever. So I just like this segment from just you can see what's kind of happening, and of course I think that that three-way match is going to be funny. Also, I like is that Inner Circle's not really fighting against, or they're not having a feud against anybody except for themselves. So like they're just battling each other in their group, which I think is hilarious. Let's see what was after that. Again, I may have get some of this in order, but we'll just get these small segments out of the way. Dark Order, very short segment. They were interviewed by Alex, and you have Evil Uno saying that like ever since Brody Lee passed, Dark Order, you know, they need to become better people, and that's what they're going to do, starting with their match, you know, with Adam Page on their side. Then you have John Silver's like, Adam Page is there too. And he's like, when are you going to join the Dark Order? When are you going to let us know? And Adam's like, how about after the match next week? And I'll let you know if I join or not. So my thoughts on this, I don't think he's going to join, but I think it would be cool that he does. I mean, it's just like to see Johnny and Johnny Hungy and Adam Page work together. I think it's just adorable. But I don't know. I have a feeling like with the Elite Bullet Club angle that Adam Page is going to be more involved in that. So maybe next week match, this will be the end of Adam Page and Dark Order storyline. I hope not, because I think it's very cute if he joins them, and Dark Order will still be an evil cult, but more of a babyface evil cult. So anyhow, quickly about Britt Baker's segment. I know that's after, was it after the big Kenny Omega match? I don't know. But I didn't really watch Britt Baker's segment because I watch it on Dark, but when it's on Dynamite, because I don't really like Cody, I already said this many times. I did see Jade Cargill go on there. I know she was just talking smack to Cody. And she has a great look. Like, she could be, like, and I've seen it on the comments too, and I agree with Jade. She has the look. She just, you know, looks great. She could look like she's a man killer, all that. I mean, she could be like, you know, Sasha Banks level maybe if we push her right enough. But her promos are so bad. So I just hearing her talk was like, oh, it's not natural. So anyhow, Jade, really great look. Just needs to work on that. But anyhow. And Jade and Red Velvet, they're obviously going to be feuding because Brandy's not here. All the girls came in and break them up, blah, blah, blah. All right. So anyway, back to the match. One of the matches I'm really looking forward to, and that was Kenny Omega with his best friends versus Varsity Blondes and Danny Limelight. So of course you got Kenny with the Young Bucks in the back with Don Callis. And they're all going to walk out together, but Don Callis is like, no, you know what, we like Kenny Omega's entrance, and you guys got your cool entrance, and we'll just go separately. And they're like, okay, Young Bucks are like, that's fine. And as they all walked out, Don Callis is on the mic, and he's introducing, you know, saying like, okay, Kenny's tag team partners, this is his best friends, and world championship, the tag team, blah, blah, blah. And then who comes out? The Good Brothers. So then you can see the Young Bucks in the back with Tony Khan, and they're like, shaking their head. They're like, Kenny screw us over. So, I really enjoyed this match. Of course, it was kind of like a semi-squash match, but, I believe Danny Limelight is going to be signed very soon. So this was a way to showcase him as well. Cause, on Dark, Danny's been like, just killing it on there. So, obviously versus the Varsity Blondes, you know, big fan of Brian Pillman. So that was great to see them too. But of course, you know, this was kind of like to show, kind of like a half promotion for Hard to Kill pay-per-view, which if you listen, it was hard. I tried to hear it again. It was hard to hear, but Tony Schiavone was on commentary, and he's like, isn't Kenny going to be on that other show pay-per-view? What is that called? I know I'm saying it wrong, but he said something like, is that called We Must Die or what, or something like that. It was just really funny. And I know I'm getting that quote wrong, but it was something in that nature. So at the end, because a lot of stuff happened after the match, Good Brothers hit their finisher, Magic Killers, onto Danny Limelight, and you know, that three-way right there, they won. Then Jon Moxley comes out. And he is still mad at Kenny, of course. Why wouldn't he be? And he started to get in there to beat Kenny up. But of course, you got the Good Brothers there. And they helped him out too. And then, so who comes out to help Moxley? It is the Lucha Brothers. Which is, and I know online, and I was kind of hoping too, that it would be like Motor City Machine Guns or whatever come out to help Moxley or something. If you're like Sammy Callahan, whatever, but that's good. Lucha Bros came out because Moxley saved Ray, and now Ray is saving Moxley, so that was fine. Then Young Bucks came out to try to calm Moxley down, which is like, what? Anyway, so they're just trying to talk to Moxley, saying there's a better way to do this, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden Lucha Bros went and kicked them in the face. They kicked Young Bucks in the face, so. I guess that is going to start a new feud. So my thoughts quickly on this whole Impact AEW thing. I love it. God, I just wish we were gonna have to see like what's going on with the Young Bucks and them, because I would have loved to have that whole crew together. But of course, you know, you got, it seems like, and on BTE, whatever, you got like Young Bucks and Good Brothers, they seem like not to really like each other that much. So very, very sure, maybe. And again, on Twitter, everyone says that could be a match, they facing each other. As for Hard for Kill pay-per-view, I am so excited to see that. And I watched like their whole little hour documentary that they had, you know, like kind of like the road to whatever. So they had a road to Hard to Kill on YouTube. And it was, you know, got me hyped up. And then this morning, they had to switch the card. Now Alex Shelley is out. And now they're replacing with Moose. So a lot of people were very disappointed in that. To me, the point is just to see Kenny and the Good Brothers together to beat up Rich Swann and Chris Sabian and whoever is, you know, it's supposed to be Motor City Machine Guns, but whatever. I know a lot of people are disappointed, but whatever. Moose is cool too. Now you have everybody with belts, except for, you know, Chris Sabian, but still, lots of belts in that match. Looking forward to that. Everything else on the card looks awesome too, but obviously we're all just looking to see that end of the match. All right, so I know it's so bad. I'm going to just skip right to the main event, but just saying, Serena, Deeb, and Conti had a really good women's match. I mean, probably one of the best women's matches I've seen, and I'm still waiting for Conti to join the Dark Order, so we'll see about that. So we're just going to go right to the end, Darby Allin versus Brian Cage, and this was, you know, the match and feud has been building up since Double or Nothing, actually, like, before that. So, you know, it started because Darby lost to Cody because he tried to do the crucifix move or whatever, and he did that wrong, so Taz tried to ask Darby, essentially, you want to join Team Taz? And Darby said no. And that's how this whole entire thing started. Brian Cage, of course, being the monster he is, basically beat it up and killed Darby about 80% of this match. I'm watching this the whole time like, how is Darby actually going to win this? Because he really, like, destroyed him. So we're just going to go to a little bit more towards the match. It started to turn around once I think Brian Cage was, like, getting too confident, and now he's just trying to, like, toy with Darby. So he started to bring the steel steps near the ring a little bit closer. That's where the downfall began. So as he moved, he moved the steps closer, and he tried to get hit Darby onto that. Darby pushed him, or he actually bit his hand, then pushed him onto the steel steps. Darby then did his coffin drop onto Brian Cage, which looks really painful. And then Darby did a couple things, like he took his belt off, tied around Brian's feet to trip him up. I'm like, how is that legal? Anyway, but with Cage, he has Ricky Starks and Hook on his side, so they provided a distraction, and Ricky hits Darby. The moment he did that, lights come out. What happened? Sting comes out and hits Ricky with the bat. And, I know y'all complaining, well, is Sting going to do more? I feel like we're slowly building that up, so just let it slide. But at least he did something. He hit Ricky, so hopefully we will see Sting and Darby together doing something. We'll see. So, like I said, what was cool was that at the end of the match, how did Darby win? He actually did that crucifix move onto Brian Cage, and he won, so he still retains the TNT Championship. So that was really cool. It started out because of that move, and it ended with that. I kind of thought this, and then when I heard it, I heard more people saying it. I think eventually, because they were like, is Darby really going to lose? His first title defense, he's going to lose it? Of course not. He's probably going to hold it on for a little bit. Maybe not super long, but he'll hold it for a few months. I think he's going to lose that TNT Championship to Orange Cassidy. I'm joking. He's going to lose that. He's going to lose it to Ricky Starks, because Ricky is he's so great. He's going to be the face of the company one day, so I think that's what's going to happen. I don't know what pay-per-view that's going to be, but yeah, you already know this Darby and Team Taz feud is never going to end until Team Taz wins the belt. So, all right, that is my very long review once again, and we'll see you guys next week. Maybe I'll do, I think I may try to do a Hard to Kill little video too, because I'm going to be super excited to watch that. So, all right, thank you guys so much. Follow me on ShiningPolaris on all social medias, and I will see you next time. So thank you guys for being patient and watching. All right, bye.